First, let me get to the plugs and notices. We're going to change the name of it, the COVID-19 plugs and notices. This is just a way for us to provide some links to you to some sites that might be helpful to you in this time. And I don't know. I'm surprised. I mean, I guess I'm constantly reading about this stuff, and I guess I'm following people who have been posting some really interesting stuff. But I've had people who said this has been very helpful to them, and so we're going to keep doing this. Do we have music, or do you want me to? It's tough when I send it, right? So okay, all right. Well, that's fine. Then let's start the COVID-19 plugs and notices for Wednesday, March 25th. According to data from nearly 56,000 laboratory-confirmed COVID-19 patients in China, the rundown of common symptoms went as follows. 88% had a fever. 68% had a dry cough. 38% had fatigue. 33% coughed up phlegm. 19% had shortness of breath. 15% had joint or muscle pain. 14% had a sore throat. 14% had a headache. 11% had chills, and then there was a small percentage with nausea and nasal congestion and diarrhea and coughing up blood, less than 1%. But so the bottom line is, if you don't have a fever, there's a good chance you don't have COVID-19. However, there's a small chance that you could. And we've got a link to Ars Technica, where this is from. There's they have a very good guide there, and it's worth checking out. We'll put that link in our description. Also, you should know that the German Federal Institute for Risk Assessment reports that it is also possible, but unlikely, that the virus could be spread through smear infection. In these cases, a healthy person would touch a contaminated surface with their hands, say a can of soup, a touchscreen ATM, or subway turnstile, then transfer the virus to their eyes or nose. There's been no known cases of this method of transfer. It's thought to be less likely than someone like coughing on you or sneezing on you or you actually touching a droplet. But washing your hands before touching your face, wearing gloves reduces that likelihood. Still better safe than sorry. And you can go to SeriousEats.com. We put the link there. That gives you a comprehensive guide to give you a sense of how much risk you're taking or not when you order out food. Apparently, it's not nearly as much as one would anticipate. But check that out. And again, better safe than sorry. There's no reason not to be as safe as you can. If you want to donate to New York City hospitals, they desperately need all sorts of PPEs. What do they call that? Personal protection equipment. You can do so. We got a link there from thecity.nyc online independent news site. How can I donate supplies to New York hospitals? There's a couple of different ways of doing this. They seem to be taking just about anything. So, I mean, if you have like a half a dozen, I don't know, scrubs for whatever reason, or masks or whatnot, and you feel comfortable donating them, they certainly need them. Also, you should know, as a note, according to Scott Gottlieb, a doctor, there was an interview of him on, I'm not sure where that was, but 56% of hospitalized patients in New York City are under the age of 50. Don't know specific numbers, but a lot who are in ICUs are 30s, 40s, and 50s. So, again, be careful, regardless of your age. Some plugs. I work at Costco on Long Island, writes Anthony. I just want to see if you could give a shout out to all the hardworking employees who go to work despite everything that's going on. Also, please inform people to stay home. We're exposed to thousands of people a day who could be carrying this virus and not know it, and they need to shop. Please have them respect the limits on items that are put in place so that everyone has an opportunity to get what they need. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of emails from folks who are working in supermarkets or they're working at a place like Costco. Do them a favor. Keep away. Like, keep 6 feet away. They have to work. And just keep your distance so that they don't have to be jerks about it. And I mean, honestly, and if you see other people who are not keeping their distance, say keep your distance so that these people who are working get some relief, and respect. Don't take all the toilet paper. This is from Ricardo. He says, I'm a psychotherapist. I want to offer low sliding scale fees to Majority Report listeners in California. I'm lucky to not really have my business affected by the virus, except I see everyone online now. So he wants to make psychotherapy accessible to as people as their household incomes fall or they get laid off. We have his link in the description of this. It's ricardo@roblestherapy.com. He's using a sliding scale that he used as an intern in 2013. If your household income is 0 to 500, it's $25. 500 to 1,000, 35, and so on. So very reasonable rates. Check that out. That'll be in the listings. Also, in Houston, Verde Greens is a 1-acre urban farm in Houston. They're partnering with other local growers to offer a farm box full of fresh organic produce. You can pick it up at 3 drop locations around town. VerdeGreens.com. vertegreens.com. Check it out. That's from David. Also, Disc Makers, writes Michael from Philadelphia, company he works for. They've been in the business for 73 years, helping independent artists create their CDs, DVDs, T-shirts, etc. They are basically now stopping to make discs or whatever machines they have there, and they're now making masks. And they're going to apparently donate them. So shout out to them. Big Mark for Senate. Mark Bignell is an over-the-road truck driver, a progressive candidate for Michigan State Senate. Susan wants us to plug his site. You can check out bigmarkforsenate.com. Check that out. And that is our plugs and our COVID-19 plugs and notices for the day. We put these on YouTube, and you can check over there, and all the links are included in these descriptions. And I believe we also have them in the podcast. So check these places out, get some more information, help them. And that's that for today.